So guys, recently Nigerians have been calling out Wike on cases of land grabbing and revocation of land that they know they bought legitimately. So guys, a whole lot has been going on in Abuja, and guess what? Such a thing is not supposed to be happening at this time when people can barely eat. I mean, the level of demolition going on in Abuja is mind-blowing. And guess what? This lawyer has come out to raise alarm over demolition of the property belonging to his client that worth more than 200 billion naira. Nigerians, this one is very itchy to the ears. I'm going to let you listen to what the lawyer has got to say. Honestly, Wike should come out and clear the air on these things. That is why investors are not coming. People, Nigerians living abroad are afraid to bring their money home, because you can buy a property today hoping to make gain tomorrow, only for them to tell you that the government is interested, the government has taken over. In short, doing business in Nigeria is becoming more riskier than ever. Don't forget what happened to Landmark. So guys, I'm going to allow you just watch for yourself what people are going through currently in Abuja. And guess what? The most painful aspect of all this thing is that the way these government officials approach people's property, they don't even call the owners to negotiate and do things the right way. They will just take it forcefully. So guys, without much talking, listen to what this lawyer has got to say. Take a look.
The gentlemen of the press, my name once again is Carlo Ago, a lawyer, and also a lawyer to Home Builders Association of Nigeria. The developers who lost their property through the illegal demolition by the Honorable Minister Wike at Sabonlube in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. We have been briefed and we have the instructions of the Home Builders Association of Nigeria to bring to the notice of Nigerians and the world that the Honorable Minister Nelson Wike has been involved in illegal demolition of property at Sabolumbe in the FCT Abuja. That our client has all the necessary title documents to Sabonlube, Abuja. That before they started developing the said area, they got building permit from the Development Control, a department in the Federal Capital Territory Administration. And it is on record that before the Development Control Department will issue any building permit, they always liaise with the Urban and Regional Planning, who will verify whether the applicant for a building permit is actually the owner of the state property in which is interested to develop. And payments were made, statutory payments were made to the said Development Control. But to the surprise of everybody in the FCT, the Honorable Minister, without notice to our clients, without notice to anybody, by an executive fiat, directed the Development Control Department to go to the said Sabolube to destroy properties worth over 200 billion naira. As we speak today, the said demolition has rendered so many Nigerians homeless, because people were residents in the said place and today they are homeless. What bothers our clients is that for the Honorable Minister to enter such place and order for the demolition, there should be a court order. The minister cannot be a judge in his own case. You cannot say these people are land grabbers and at the same time issuing order for the demolition. There is no such order from any court of competent jurisdiction in the FCT that gave such order. As we speak today, even when the Honorable Minister is aware that the state area has become a subject of litigation. The Honorable Minister had been served with the said processes, and in his characteristic manner of being a tyrant, of being somebody who doesn't care about the institutions, has gone ahead to demolish the place and is still going on to demolish the place. And of note, which Nigerians should know, is that the reason behind the said demolition, because the Honorable Minister is interested of allocating that same place to other developers. As we speak today, the news, the internet is awash with the news of the same place being allotted to another developer in the name of Ratcom Nigeria Limited. And the said offer was made to the said Ratcom Nigeria Limited by 31st of October 2024, just yesterday. So which means the Honorable Minister, ab initio, has an ulterior motive in demolishing those areas because he wants to reallocate that place to his friends and to his cronies. He's on record, and even Sahara reporter reported it as yesterday, that the same place which the Honorable Minister demolished had been allotted to another developer in the name of Ratcom Nigeria Limited. One then wonder, why would the Honorable Minister allocate a place that is already fully developed to another developer? What's the essence? Has the entire land in Abuja finished that the Honorable Minister cannot allocate another place to the said Ratcom Nigeria Limited, even when the place is a subject of litigation? The Honorable Minister, who is a lawyer, not just a lawyer, he is a life bencher of the Nigerian Bar Association. Despite that, he knows the law, and the minister's wife is also a justice of the Court of Appeal. They know the law. We wonder why the Honorable Minister will go ahead to allocate a place that is a subject of litigation in court, when he knows that by the doctrine of least spendings, that you should not do anything that will force a fiat accompli on the court. The Honorable Minister has shown disdain to court, which they will always refer Nigerians to. Go to court, go to court. Nigerians have now gone to court to seek redress to the illegal demolition carried out by the Honorable Minister. That is why we are here, to inform the gentlemen of the press, because we know that now that the information has gotten to you, that the information will be properly disseminated to the nooks and crannies of this country and even beyond, that Honorable Minister should be called to order so that he will not invite chaos in the FCT. On the day he visited the said place, he called my client land grabbers. But from what happened yesterday, by the document we saw yesterday, an offer granted, an allocation granted to Ratcom Nigeria Limited on the property that is a subject of litigation. Who is now a land grabber? It is the Honorable Minister Nelson Wike that is a land grabber in this instance, because he grabbed the land that does not belong to him. He grabbed the land that is already allotted to people who built on that land. He now grabbed, and for his personal aggrandizement, has now allocated to another person because of what he will get. Not thinking of the economic waste, not thinking of the lives that have been lost in that place, not thinking of Nigerians who have been rendered homeless because of his illegal activities on that place. So we are calling on President Ahmed Tinubu, who appointed Wike, to call Wike to order, or even to remove him from being the minister of the FCT, because what he's doing is giving him a bad name. Because people are now saying that it is Wike and the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that are collecting people's land, that they do not know how they got into that place. Today, we are calling them to order, that Nigerians will resist them. Nigerians will resist them. And when Nigerians start to resist them, it will bring chaos. And we don't want chaos in the FCT. And our client, our law-abiding people, they are saying, and that's the instruction we have to bring to the media, that let them allow the course of law to take its place. They are in court. Let the matter be resolved in court. The matter is already before the court. Why are they rushing? Why are they jumping gun? Why are they disrespecting the institution that brought them in? That is why we are here. Let them hold on. Even from the form which was used in filing the process, there is a clause that is even an order that parties shall maintain status quo. So why are these gentlemen disrespecting this our court institution? Is it because they are above the law or what? We are calling the international community, we are calling well-meaning Nigerians to get into this matter so that it will not degenerate into chaos, which at the end of the day, Nigerians will suffer for it. Thank you very much. That the whole area is known as Sabon Lube. That's what the area is known, Sabon Lube. Now, as of today, over 100 houses have been demolished illegally. No notice, no court order. We can wake up in the morning and by an executive fiat order that those buildings be brought down. And they were brought down, despite people living in those houses. From the FCDA. Yes, they have papers. That is in my initial statement. I stated that before they went into the development, they applied for building permits. In Abuja, there is a department in the FCDA that is started with the responsibility of granting a building permit. That is the development control. And the development control is a department in the FCDA. And before you get the permit, they will also liaise with another agency in the FCDA, which is the Urban and Regional Planning, who is of the allottees in the FCT. And before it was granted to the proper channels, and they made payment to governments in those areas. And they were come to do so as at least to get back your investment. That's only what they did. The roads, the cement and all that were left behind. They did not sell they did not sell any property to any scavenger. None. They did not sell any property to any scavenger. It was only the relics that were left behind after the destruction by the tyrant called Wike. And illegally demolished property worth over 200 billion naira and rendered over 100 families homeless. In furtherance to that discussion with the gentlemen of the press, we are here today to provide documents to you so that in the course of your work, in the course of your journalism, investigative journalism, you will find out that all we said concerning the illegal demolition by the Honorable Minister and his ulterior motive to grab the land at Sabon Lube is true. We have here correspondence between the directors in urban and regional planning, a department in the FCDA, on a search conducted by my client, indicating that the land belongs to my client. This is the correspondence. That the land has been charted, and after the chart, the urban and regional planning found that the land belongs to my client. And this document was signed by one K. Kadijat, zonal coordinator for Director Urban and Regional Planning, that the Honorable Minister went and demolished. And from intelligence, the former director of Urban and Regional Planning, in the person of Yahaya Abubakar, was even approached to go against the interests of my client. He declined to go against the interests of my client. He said no, that there is a chart on that land by the Urban and Regional Planning, and after that chart, they found out, that is the Department of Urban and Regional Planning, a department in the FCTA, that the land belongs to our client. And the question is, if there is a correspondence, if there is a search report from the department in the FCTA that the land belongs to my client, why will the honorable minister go into the place and demolish it? Why will the honorable minister, apart from the demolition of that place, why will the honorable minister go and allocate the place to Radcom Nigeria Limited? And from our search in the Corporate Affairs Commission, we discovered, sadly enough, that all the directors in Radcom Nigeria Limited are all foreigners. There is no single Nigerian in the directorship of Radcom Nigeria Limited. And our question is, why will the honorable minister leave Nigerians and start to favor foreigners when Nigerians have already invested billions of naira in that place, when Nigerians are already residents in that place? Payments were made. We came with receipts of payments made to alleges in respect of Sabonlube. The documents are here. We now want to find out from the minister, why did he not conduct or do due diligence before calling genuine owners of that place land grabbers? The honorable minister is the land grabber. Now, what will shock you from intelligence is that the same property which was allotted to Radcom Nigeria Limited, they have now placed it on sale for 30 billion naira. And one of my clients had been approached to buy the same property at 30 billion naira. As we speak today, that property is now up for sale. If any of you have 30 billion naira, you can acquire that Sabonlube that is in dispute for 30 billion naira. As we speak today, my client has bargained for 10 billion naira and they said he can't go for 10 billion naira, it is at 30 billion naira. So why will the honorable minister, because of mega 30 billion naira, go and demolish a place that had been that my client had invested over 200 billion naira in developing the area just for 30 billion naira? Gentlemen of the press, why we are here is that you can investigate this, our allegation. You can investigate it. That the honorable minister went and demolished that place because of his selfish interest. 30 billion naira is what that place is going for now. If you have 30 billion naira, you go and acquire it. But we are telling Radcom that they cannot sell that place, because that place is now sub judice. It's now a subject of litigation. They can't go in that place and sell it. And whoever that is buying from Radcom of that property is wasting his money, because anything done within the tendency of a matter, that thing goes to naught. And we are calling on Nigerians, if they bring that property to you to buy, don't buy, because they are looking for who to put into trouble. That is their intention, looking for who to put into trouble in that land. That land is not for sale. That land is a subject of litigation in court as we speak today. And we are saying we have documents, we have payments made in respect of that land. The documents are here. We will make them available to the gentlemen of the press. Finally, why I want the gentlemen of the press to also find out why within the short period of Wike's being a minister in the FCT, 4 directors in the land department have resigned, or he has changed 4 directors since he came in. Because if you do not want to play or do his bidding, he will remove you. 4 directors in land department, all within a space of 1 year, changed because of Wike's selfish interest. And we are calling on President Bola Tinubu to immediately remove Nelson Wike. He's causing trouble in FCT. He's causing trouble. He's killing people in that Sabonlube. People have died. People are suffering. People rendered homeless because of one man's wickedness. We are calling on Mr. President to immediately remove to remove Nelson Wike. He's a wicked man. His wickedness knows no bounds. Our clients do not want to create chaos in the FCT. Because if they want, they would have visited Wike from going into that place. But we advise them, don't do it. Let us see and know the outcome of the suit we have in court. Because we have explicit confidence that the judiciary will do the needful in this matter. And as I speak to you, we have the instruction of some of the residents and subscribers of the same place to write to the IGP, director of DSS, because they are planning for a very massive protest to the Villa and to the National Assembly to go and ventilate their grievances against the wickedness of Nelson Wike. Because he is doing it because of his selfish interest, not because that place is not legally allotted to my client. Here, and we believe that now that this information is within you, that you are going to do needful and make sure that this news go to the nooks and crannies of this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
There is no hearing date in the matter, but definitely we will communicate to you so that this matter is not a matter that will be swept under the carpet, so that the press will follow it from the beginning of trial to the end of trial.
So guys, you have seen it for yourself. These are some of the things we keep saying. These people say they are looking for investors. They don't know that the first investors they are supposed to depend on are Nigerians. Those living in Nigeria and those living abroad. These are the people that will first turn around this country before you start looking for foreigners to come in. But see how these politicians treat Nigerians. See how these politicians, you know, the way they treat people as if people are of no consequence in this country. They only acknowledge your personality when it's an election time. But outside election, they will want to trample on you. You can imagine destroying properties worth of more than 200 billion naira belonging to one person. And tomorrow they will tell us they are looking for investors. They want Nigerians abroad to come and invest in Nigeria. Well, then tomorrow they will be telling you stories. So guys, it is difficult to see a Nigerian who is living abroad, who invested in Nigeria and who is really making gain. It's really, really difficult. You don't have good roads. You don't have good water. You don't have electricity. You don't tell me how, in short, investing in Nigeria is a big minus for anybody who is looking forward to grow. Investing in Nigeria, you can imagine buying a plot of land and waiting for that land to mature for like 4 or 5 years time, only for you to be told that you bought it wrongly. You know, recently the Lagos government came out to say that it is only 15% of landowners that legitimately own the land in Lagos. Nigerians, when you hear things like this, you want to go to Lagos to buy land. You know, all these people, they are now saying they don't own their land legitimately. They must have gone through all the processes, go through the different agencies of government, make all the payments. Some of them are still paying, and then all of a sudden, they will come to demolish. So Wike is now the Sawolu of Abuja, you know, just destroying houses and not just imagine the timing. The timing alone is something we all should be worried about. I mean, this time in Nigeria, there are things these government officials are not supposed to be doing. The times we are in Nigeria, where the economic situation is biting on both the poor and the rich. I mean, it appears the rich are even suffering it the most, because they can't do businesses the way they used to do. They can't do, their cash is not flowing the way it's supposed to flow. So and then you add to what these government officials are doing, demolishing houses, grabbing lands. So Wike has got to come and clear the air. The man said, this lawyer said, you know, that they have documents to all this. And this one is not hearsay. Hearsay. Wike should come and clear all this. And I believe that the man, he's a lawyer, he must have taken this case to the court. They should fight this case to the end, because, you know, Nigeria must get better. I mean, this country must move forward. These politicians, they cannot be dragging us backward. And you need to see, when they grab this land, you need to see the people they will give it to. Honestly, the corruption in Nigeria is mind-blowing. So guys, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Thank you.